So you know how sometimes you'll just be watching something and you're enjoying it for the most part, but something just feels out of place? So as you can see by the title of this video, this is a review for Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, or is it Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go? I couldn't really be bothered to learn. I grew up with the 2003 Titans. I'm just gonna call it Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go. I'm gonna start with the negative of this movie, because I'm sure that's what a lot of the people who come to our channel will be curious about. Not necessarily because we have a negative audience, but because the feeling for Teen Titans Go in general is pretty negative once you get past a certain age range. And this is more of a Teen Titans Go movie than it is a Teen Titans movie. The Teen Titans obviously get a lot of screen time. They, for the most part, are true to their character, but every now and then there's something that just feels off. For instance, the animation is entirely done in, I guess, Flash animation, whatever they use for the Teen Titans Go series, rather than doing the hand-drawn animation of the Teen Titans series. And so as a result, there's weird stretch on the models for the original Teen Titans cast. Every now and then it'll kind of pull you out of it. The most noticeable to me was when they finally went to the actual Teen Titans world. The 03 Titans looked weird with the backgrounds that, as far as I can tell, are the same backgrounds just pulled directly from that show and used in this movie. It doesn't look like they are part of that world. It looks like they're layered on top of it. And if that's a big deal to you, it's gonna be a rough watch. Another thing is every now and then the 03 Teen Titans feel a bit out of character. From what I've been told, this movie was written specifically by the Teen Titans Go cast, and nobody from Teen Titans 03 was a part of the writing procedure. And so it makes sense that it's a bit skewed. But from my opinion, it doesn't happen too often. There's one scene towards the end of the movie where Raven breaks the fourth wall and talks about how she's animated. The 03 Titans got silly at times, but from my recollection, they never acknowledged that they were part of a show. So, you know, it skews. Every now and then there's a joke that I feel like 03 fans might take as a potshot to the show and its tone. There's not a lot of them, but there are a few where it's just like, oh, why are they acting this way? But at the same time, this is balanced by the way they make fun of the Go Titans. There's a specific joke about Go Titans being annoying all the time. There's another one about how there's no possible way in the entire multiverse that there is a universe where they're likable, etc., etc., etc. So to me, the pot shots at either doesn't seem as if it's a big deal. There's a specific joke where they think the pronunciation of Warlagog is funny. If this joke was done by itself, I think it would play off well. They do it to lead into a musical number about the pronunciation of Warlagog, and the musical number is fine, it's good, but I'm not experiencing this in a vacuum. I saw Teen Titans Go to the movies in theaters, and they did a very similar joke about how it's fun to say Slade. It seems like the writing crew's just grabbing from the same well and hoping that it's not really noticed, and so it's not a deal breaker for the movie, but it was one thing that really kind of hit me like, hold on a second. Oh, speaking of Teen Titans Go to the movies, the end credit scene from that is never addressed at all. I'm sure most of you who have interest in this at least saw that end credit scene where the Titans are coming through the static. Robin says, I think I found a way back, and nothing in this movie follows up from that. When the Titans first show up in this movie, they have been pulled to the Go universe by the Master of Games. Some of you guys might remember him from the original Teen Titans show. He looks a lot different here because he's done in the Go style. He tells the 03 Titans that he's gonna destroy their world unless they beat the Go Titans in this battle, and for all intents and purposes, it seems as though the 03 Titans world never had an end point, never had like anything that needs a I think I found a way back moment. It feels weirdly disjointed, disconnected. If this is gonna be the writing crew for an eventual season 6, I don't know how I feel about that. Just because they can't keep the continuity straight from one movie to the other. It seems they've been working on Teen Titans Go for, however long. It's been, 5, almost 6 years, probably 6 years by now, that Teen Titans Go has been out. That show doesn't have continuity really at all. It seems as a result, these writers don't really care about the minutia of that. Not the biggest deal ever. But now that all the negative stuff's out of the way, I really enjoyed this movie. It's great to even hear the old Titans again. Some of you might be like, what do you mean? The voice actors carry over. The way that they play them in Titans Go is just so overly exaggerated that it was great hearing them play the straight and serious as if they had meaning to them rather than just joking around. That's not to say that the Titans Go jokes aren't fun, because they are. I enjoy Teen Titans Go. Essentially, the movie, it's a character piece for Raven. Her dad wants to take over the universe with her, of course, Trigon. This is the Go version of Raven, and she's not about it. The jewel on her head starts to crack and release her demon. As a result of that, it brings back Trigon from the 03 universe, because, he got. However, her jewel doesn't crack all the way, and so Trigon's basically back, but missing a leg. The rest of the movie's trying to get her jewel to crack the rest of the way so that Trigon can be fully out. But once he is out, he gets in a dispute with the Go Trigon. Go Trigon's not a fan of that. Go Trigon, I guess, eats him or something like that. It's weird. Morphing the two together into what they're calling Hexagon. Trigon plus Trigon, tri, 3, 3, 6, hex. Geometry jokes. It's a decent joke. But throughout the movie, they end up at the North Pole and fighting Santa Claus. It leads to a multiverse hopping event. We see a lot of different worlds. A lot of ones that I wasn't expecting at all. Titans worlds like the DCAU shows up. Nightwing in his Judas Contract outfit. Cyborg's with the team and Damian's not. So it's kind of weird. We see the Tiny Titans from the comic book series. The 60s Titans. We see 80s Titans. We see a couple sets of Titans that were created specifically for this movie. It's like the Titans Go versions, but like mermaids or like steampunk or whatever. Some of the multiverse stuff is more original than others, I would say, because eventually they just got to a point where they're like, let's slap new skins on the Go Titans. We did get a really cool multiverse reveal. We got to see Batman the Animated Series Batman. We got to see Beware the Batman. We got to see Adam West. We got to see Owlman. And we got to see the Batman. This movie's packed with Easter eggs. The way Teen Titans Go does their Easter eggs, usually it's just, comic book references like Crowbar next to like the urn of Jason's ashes or something like that. A lot of the Easter eggs are along those lines as well in here, but you do get plenty of Easter eggs to the 03 Titans, and like I said, you get Easter eggs to even these other universes. It's fun. What else is there to talk about? Comedy's good. For the most part, the theme for the movie is a remix of the 03 Titans theme. There's a couple different musical numbers, like I mentioned already. There's the Warlagog number. They do a We've Gotta Work Together musical number. Clips of it were online beforehand. I think it was an exclusive IGN clip. So that clip is what actually sold me on the movie. It's kind of weird. They do like a hip hop thing, but it's like retro hip hop. They do shove a couple fun jokes in there. They do one at the expense of 03 Beast Boy, how Tara's dead. Jokes about like, you guys are worse, you guys are obviously better, no wait, you're worse, no you're it goes back and forth. In that number, Cyborg wears the tracksuit that he has in Doom Patrol. I don't know if that's a comic book reference at all, but it was fun to see that. There's so much good stuff in this movie. Like, there's definitely hiccups, but if you can get past those small things, there's a lot to enjoy in this movie. If you've got kids, sit down, watch it with them. Family that used to watch 03 Titans with you, send this their way and let's just see what they think. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering if this will kick off a season 6. I don't know. It turns out this movie was actually in production a decent while before Teen Titans Go to the movie even came out, which makes sense. As far as I can tell, straight to DVD movies take like a 2-year production cycle. So this being released in 2019, it makes sense that it was starting like 2017. I don't remember exact dates, but I found a blog post from like one of the background painters from on the project. She announced she was working on it probably before there was a trailer or anything. So hey, if you weren't supposed to do that and I'm getting you in trouble by putting this in the video, sorry. So this was all done before the Teen Titans Go to the movies will get a season 6 situation. Which makes me wonder if the cast, like specifically I guess Tara and Greg, when they were talking about if the movie does well then we'll get a season 6, if perhaps they were talking about this because very likely the production schedule kind of overlapped for both of them. So, you know, it's, if you want a season 6, I'm not gonna tell you go buy this, you'll get season 6. It's not gonna be a surefire way to get it. But I do think if you are a fan of the original show, you'll have fun with this. You'll have some annoyances, but that's fine. It's bringing two different worlds together, you know? So if you don't like Go that much and you keep going on about how it's the worst thing ever, then don't even waste your time. I think you're wrong. I think you're overly negative as a person and need to calm down a little bit. I think overall is a good movie. I don't know what else to say. Give Teen Titans vs. Teen Titans Go a chance. Out on digital now, comes out October 15th on DVD and Blu-ray. I definitely recommend buying it. I already bought the digital. I'm going to buy the physical. I liked it. I hope you like it too. I'm not gonna give it a number rating. I don't see a point in doing it. Either you like a thing or you don't. And I liked this. So that's my number. It's a 1 or a 2. The 1 is you don't like it. The 2 is you like it. It's a 2. I like it. I think you guys got the point. I love you.